We're back for another one. This time it's film number 3, Metropolis. Before Hollywood had its golden age, before digital manipulation and green screens, there was Metropolis. Directed by Fritz Lang in 1927, this silent film didn't just predict the future, it laid out the bones of a global technocratic control grid before the world even had television. And make no mistake, this wasn't just art. This was ritual cinema, and this was an unveiling. Set in a distant future, one that now looks eerily like our present, Metropolis depicts a world split in two. The thinkers and the workers, the rulers and the ruled. Above ground, opulent towers, monolithic corporations, and pleasure gardens. Below, a slave class toils endlessly, literally feeding the machines with their life force. Sound familiar? It should. This film was whispering the blueprint of globalization, class stratification, and automated control nearly a century ago. Let's start with the architecture. The cityscapes in Metropolis aren't just impressive, they're symbolic. Towering ziggurats, ancient-looking temples fused with futuristic skyscrapers, elevators that look like descending altars. This wasn't set design. This was esoteric urban planning put on film. They were showing you the fusion of Babylon and the machine age, what we now call the technocracy. Now enter Freder, the son of the city's mastermind, Jo Fredersen. He lives in luxury, completely unaware of the suffering beneath his feet, until he sees a group of children, poor, dirty, dying, being ushered away by a mysterious woman named Maria. That's the moment he wakes up. He descends into the underworld, both literally and symbolically, to find the truth. Classic initiation journey. The elite heir who become the reluctant bridge between two worlds, not unlike Moses raised in Pharaoh's palace, waking up to his true lineage. Maria? Now this character is where the spell deepens. She's the spiritual guide of the workers, pure, compassionate, visionary. But the elite don't like movements they can't control. So what do? They create a false Maria, a robot clone forged in a lab that resembles an alchemical chamber, complete with ritualistic flames and a seated circular apparatus eerily resembling CERN or early particle accelerators. That robot, known as the Maschinenmensch, becomes the weapon of subversion. Let me make this plain. Metropolis was warning you about synthetic messiahs, manufactured influencers, false light, the kind of leaders manufactured today by black budget PR firms, psychological ops, or AI-driven algorithms, appearing real, benevolent, and organic, but built to hijack movements. The robot Maria seduces the people, creates chaos, causes rebellion, and it's all by design. Sound like any modern revolutions that were funded and flipped from within? The film is telling you, the system will simulate your salvation to preserve itself. But that's not just a metaphor. That's elite protocol. Even the transformation of Maria into the robot is filmed like a spiritual possession. Esoteric symbols appear. The mad scientist Rotwang raises his gloved hand like a ritual magician. Electricity flows. The real is overwritten. This is cinema as psychic technology. And when the rebellion inevitably collapses under its own false leadership, the original Maria reemerges, and a heart is finally found to mediate between the head, the elite, and the hands, the workers. That's the final message. The mediator between head and hands must be the heart. Sounds beautiful, right? Here's the kicker. Fritz Lang later said he regretted the ending. He knew that heart didn't save anything, because in the real world, the elite don't surrender power. The machine doesn't allow mediation. The machine feeds. So what does Metropolis leave us with? It's not just a film about rebellion. It's a film about control, illusion, and the danger of false awakenings. It warns of the coming age where machines aren't just tools, but ideologies, shaping our cities, our work, our relationships, even our revolutions. And it came out in 1927, before television, before the world wars, before skyscrapers ruled the skyline. It prophesied today. And that's why Metropolis is still relevant, because we're living in it. The working class below, the technocrats above, and a growing void in the middle where meaning used to live. The question is, are you following the real Maria, or